East Los is in the building. Ashley Alvarez. Another Queen interview. Let's get these blessings going, people. Let's get these blessings, bro. Take some of these blessings, bro. You feel me? What up, No Chaser? What up, Luz? What up? Let's go. What up, Gotcha? What up? What up? What up, Green? Green? How y'all doing? Just right here trying to get my blessings on. You feel me? It's cracking on. Got a good one for y'all. Hey. Hey. There you go.
Move it up. Move it up.
I'll probably be happy if you had it like that. Awkward. Nah.
Bad angle.
Or good, depending,
Or good,
you know.
yeah.
Who are you? Well, hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. I was tripping, man. My phone was going through an update right now, so it worked out perfect timing. So you good?
I'm good.
That's right. All right, let's get into it then. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do?
Oh, who am I? Geez,
Yeah.
what a profound question.
It goes deep. It gets deep here, cuz.
Well, I'll start from where I'm from. I am from East LA, born and raised in Los Angeles. So I'm a true Angelino in and out.
In the city of East LA, though? Not
in the city of East LA, off Cesar Chavez. Like, that is where I was born.
Okay. All right. Because, you know, they be saying that sometimes, and they be living in, like, in, you know, I don't even want to say the names. I feel bad. The city next door.
No.
Starts with an M. Nah.
No. I will even have friends who, you know, they'll be claiming LA. I'm like, you're not really from LA.
Yeah, okay. First question. Do you consider Boyle Heights East LA?
Yeah.
Oh, right on. Hell yeah. I respect that.
I remember Boyle Heights too.
No, oh, it's because I lived on First and Utah, the second street, kind of right by Self-Help Graphics. It's like right when you come on.
I grew up off of Rowan and Cesar Chavez, so like right down the street from there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I lived in LA for like 15 years, but I had to move. I had to get back to the Bay.
I can never leave. I never. Even like trying to just live. I lived in the suburbs for a little bit. Like there's nothing open. Like it's so quiet. Like there's nothing going on. Like I need to hear traffic at night. I need to hear noise.
LA breeze, you know. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
I used to live on like over there by MacArthur Park on Westlake and 6th, and that shit was cracking all night long. But I was a street photographer, so it made sense. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, real quick. So I found you. How I found you was to my homeboy Tony. Shout out to Road and Radio, which is on right now. They're having a dope ass, you know, but you can see that later. But I saw them on that, and then I caught it halfway through. So tell me a little bit. You probably get a lot, but could you tell me a little bit about? He was talking about your pops and all that, but I didn't catch that part.
Yeah. So that's how I met Tony too, or that's why Tony kind of reached out because everybody was kind of tripping like, this girl has nothing to do with hip hop, you know, because he majority has people that are, you know, aspiring rappers and artists and stuff like that. And so I guess like my tie to hip hop is, so my dad, his name is Carmelo Alvarez. He was the director and the creator of Radiotron, which was the first breakdancing youth center back in the 80s. That's where they filmed the movie Breaking and Electric Boogaloo. So so he's the one who created Radiotron, the youth center. And so Radiotron, if you're into hip hop and into the hip hop culture, you know, it's an iconic staple for LA hip hop. You know, a lot of people say that was like somewhere where it generated in LA. That was the place to go. That really helped to grow a lot of young breakdancers, graffiti artists, DJs, rappers. Yeah.
Before I started gangbanging, that's what I did. I was a breakdancer.
Oh, really?
And then I don't know how I grew up in the 90s. Because there was like a second, you know, emergence of breakdancing in the 90s. And the Asians in the Bay Area, the Asians were the ones that started up really big over here. And then the Latinos kind of took it over. But we were all doing that, and then I don't know what happened, man.
I mean, but it's coming back, right? I mean, I think like the first thing that kind of brought it back is going to be, I want to say, like all of the dance television shows that really gave this, you know, I mean, other than social media, like things that mainstreamed it again is going to be like, so you think you can dance?
What's that group that they all have the faces?
The Jabberwockies?
Yeah, one of my homies is in that.
Right?
I don't know if people know, but like there's the original group, and then they get other people that they're like, you know, you can get into that, and then you can travel when other people are like, you know, tired or doing other things.
Oh, replacement Jabberwockies.
Yeah, so you can try out for the Jabberwockies. I'm serious, but you got to be like, you know what I mean? You got to be like hella good though. You know what I mean?
I
The
mean,
guy
but
that
that's,
the guy that won it, that's in it, Gordy. Shout out to Gordy. He is the best. He was always the best of our area, so it kind of made sense that he got there.
I mean, they kind of like, brought it back, and now with breakdancing that's going to be in the Olympics, everything. I mean, it's really just come back to life, and so that's kind of like what's making it, I don't want to say relevant again, because I feel like if you're in hip hop and you're into the hip hop culture, it's never died.
Yeah.
But as far as like mainstream media and recognition, like that's definitely what's brought it back.
Yeah, and what's crazy is that I actually got to meet and work with goddamn, I'm trying to remember his name, Super Turbo, the second one, the darker one out of the two
Uh-huh.
guys. There was a light skinned one that was all like with the girl, and then there was the
Yeah.
darker one. I think his name was Turbo. I got to work with that fool. It was crazy. I used to party a lot, so that fool likes to party and
I
dance, and I like to dance too. You feel me? I'm not afraid. I'm not like one of those dudes
yeah.
that try to sit back and be like, nah, I'm up at
Yeah,
there
yeah,
just
you're
like,
not
you
like
know
on
what I
the
mean?
wall.
Nah, I come in dancing. You know what I mean? I'm in the line
You're
already. You
like
know what I
putting
mean?
your out.
Hell yeah, girl. You know what I mean? Side to side, elbows up. I remember that shit.
Exactly.
So how was it growing up like that then? Because I did hear, and you said that there was, and you don't gotta get into it, but you said that there was kind of some kind of, well, okay, let me say something first. So my parents were like these really political people that were very loving, but they were out there helping the people a lot, and like they weren't really there for me a lot. So I started to resent them, even though they showed a lot of love. They had so much love that they had to serve the people too. You feel me? So
Yeah.
they weren't an artist, but they were an artist kind of that, doing something that had a cause. So did you kind of how was that growing up with your dad?
Oh, I mean, yeah, 1000. Like that's exactly kind of, I feel like when people have so much to give, my dad is amazing when it comes to like what he wants to do as far as serving the community, our community as, Latinos, not only Latinos, but, majority in our neighborhood. Like we lack places for our people to do anything other than, kind of bang, right? Like we don't,
Hmm.
even within our own culture, like we don't really support, you know, if someone's like, oh, I want to be a break dancer, or oh, I want to be a DJ, like that's not something that we push. And we are like, okay, let's do whatever we can to support you in that, rather than just telling, no, you got to get a real job, you got to work, you got to support your family, right? Like that's
Oh
kind
yeah.
of like what the culture is. But my dad's always had this passion to kind of help the youth find ways other than the conventional to express themselves, to grow their abilities and things like that. And definitely, like when you're growing up, all that attention, all that focus, unfortunately, gets focused on that. And sometimes your own family lacks. I'm not going to say that we didn't lack a lot. I grew up with minimal, and at times, like, I mean, at times nothing. Like, when you give, then there's not really much coming back, because a lot of these things that when you're doing for the community, like, you're not getting the big bucks, you're not making money off of it, right? Like, you don't do it for that. And on top of, like you said, like all that love goes to these kids, this, the youth and all that. It definitely lacks on our end. And
Oh
the
yeah.
same thing with you, like you said, I had a lot of resentment, growing up. I felt, that I was somehow punished, or like, like because of that I didn't have, the things that I needed. But I think as we get older, I learned to appreciate now as an adult all the opportunities and all the benefits that I got. I'm blessed to have been a part of, not just, I mean, not that center in particular, because I wasn't even born. Like my eldest brother, he's the one who, got to be a part of that. But that was the one center out of so many youth centers that my dad has started within my life. So I mean, I've been around for so much more. And when I was little, I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
can I just be like, can't we just be normal? Like, can't we just do normal things?
Yeah. I didn't eat at the dinner
And
table till my parents broke up and had new people in their lives. And then they started eating at the table. I was like 10 or 11 already. I never ate at the table.
yeah, I mean, essentially, like my parents weren't together, and my dad, like, he's a super free spirit, and he's driven by passion, and his passion, and I get that. And so I didn't really grow up with him and have a relationship with him. um my mom kind of raised us as a single mom, and my mom didn't even graduate from high school. Like, she went back and got her GED, and we struggled a lot. But as an adult now, I'm, like I said, I'm able to kind of like let that resentment go. I think like, especially when you myself become a parent, you have to understand like, not
You're
only
like,
am I a parent,
oh,
I'm an individual, right? Like we
yeah.
forget like parents aren't just parents. When we're little, we just see like, but your mom, your dad, like that's it.
There was a dope quote that they're saying like, when I was being growing up, I didn't know that my parents were growing up too, at the same
Exactly.
time, So it's like you got to give them a little bit of leeway, you feel me? Because this shit ain't no joke out here being a parent. I'm late to the game. I just started, but I'm gonna end strong. I'm gonna have a gang of kids. I feel like I'm gonna have a gang of kids. You
Oh,
feel me?
really?
Hell yeah, fool. I'm about
I
to
don't
knock them.
know.
Hell yeah, I
Two's
love.
enough for me. That's it. Like
Nah, I'm trying to have a little
chocolate.
tribe.
No
I'm trying to have a
more.
little tribe. I want to put at least four on the board. You know what I mean?
Woo!
Just to let them know who what's up though.
Definitely.
But I love being a parent though. It's like it's just the thing is I love like not being toxic. You feel me? And I'm not. And I was like a hella toxic kind of dude. Not like on purpose, but like I was just like one of them fools in LA. Like I'm not from LA, but people thought I was, and I was just partying and not giving a fuck. Not really objectifying on purpose, but definitely objectifying females, objectifying myself. You feel me? Objective. You know how it is. It's all about like, this, that, who you were, all that. And that's why I love the real LA, like, Boyle Heights, East LA, not like what people perceive. And then they go to Hollywood and they find out. That shit
Oh,
is.
people always like ask me like, when I tell people that I grew up in East LA, they're like, "No way!" Like I would have never thought. And it's like, just because like I don't talk gangster or I don't,
Or you don't
dress
have
a
the
certain
fan?
way. Yeah, I'm like more East LA than a lot of people that claim East LA. Like I lived it. I was blessed to be cultured as a child and shown a different way. Not that I didn't experience it in my everyday life. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff and I've experienced a lot of crazy stuff, but I had the opposite always being shown to me, the alternative, the what else I could be, what else I could do, the limitless, like that was really embedded in me. Like there's never not one thing that I ever felt pressure to be. I never felt held to a standard. I never felt held like to a role as a Latina woman. Like I never felt like I had to be a certain type. So I feel like that really helped me.
Hell yeah. But hey, can I see them nails though? I love nails. Come on, put them a little closer. Yeah, that's right, ladies.